This was actually published in 2014, and I started actually working on this soon after I moved to Egypt uh, to teach in the American University in Cairo. And that time, refugee issues were a very fresh topic for me. Though my PhD studies uh, and the research were on migration, especially Bangladeshi migrants in uh, East and Southeast Asia, and the refugee issues and conventions. And the Middle East was kind of a new area for me. And so it was a challenge for me to undertake this kind of research. And my interest actually sparked primarily uh, because of the Arab Spring. And okay, uh, uh, the primary reasons for undertaking this research was my interest in the MENA region. We call it actually the Middle East and North Africa region. And it became the focus of some of the most important intersecting topics in the contemporary scholarly discourse about refugee politics, human rights, um, in the recent years and recent past. In addition to the MENA, the MENA has become the most important area of study in terms of geopolitical significance, ethnic diversity, refugee dynamics, political landscape, and recent changes in migration, labor, and immigration policies. All this has actually resulted in a growing interest among scholars of many different fields and from many different fields. And so was the case for me. And the Arab Spring and refugee issues obviously not only have currency or had currency at the moment, but at that moment, but will be the subject of academic discourse in the years to come. And this book, I would say, analyzes the regional, this is the book, and regional international responses to refugee movements in MENA. And this is undertaking at the domestic, regional, international level from a number of theoretical perspectives. And throughout the book and the concepts of rights, safety and identity, I call it RSI, uh, are considered within the geographic context. And a new theoretical framework is proposed, of course, in the book. And I suggest that this framework, as well as the analysis contained in this book, provided a useful paradigm uh, for the ongoing protection of refugees and other migrants in the complex MENA region. This book offers a holistic approach to refugee identity, safety, and human rights, and puts MENA into its larger context. And within the ambit of refugee and migration studies, human rights, identity, safety issues, the crux, I would say. Uh, and this encompasses a host of issues on forced human mobility, livelihoods, for example, for a time led human beings into certain directions. And at some point of history of colonialism, gave a new shape to human mobility across the globe. And eventually economic considerations uh, came to the fore. And the interplay of the global economic and politics that has over the past centuries created a competition over land, water, and oil, has led some to acquire hegemony over others and forced mobility I would say, has been taking place as a result. And highly political, the rights and safety of refugees in the region are in a volatile situation. And this book addresses three areas: the drivers and reasons of human mobility, rights and humanitarianism, safety, refugee regimes, and policy responses. And refugee and migration issues will never be the sole factor upon which governments or international institutions or refugee regimes make decisions. However, safeguarding the rights, ensuring the safety and encouraging the identity of migrant communities are of utmost importance in a region that hosts hundreds of thousands of refugees and migrants. I guess that is it. Thank you.